Okay. Nur Schere ist schon äußert sich verkas und bemerkt a viele nicht wie Moischeke zupt sich. So Schere was beside herself in anger, in rage, and noticed and didn't notice that Moisheke tugged sie, tugged at her apron. Sie effend auf am Mäuel von Markidene und schreit auf Milner's Bocher. So she opened up her mouth, her jaw, like a market woman, and shouted at the miller's son, zu dein Kopf und zu dein Leib und Leben. So that means, I think, something like go to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it mean, zu dein Kopf? Like on your head? I mean, that's the literal translation, but on your head and on your body and soul.
I
Like,
think
you know.
whatever it was that he said to her, he said mamzer. So now it's like the mamzer thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sort of response, but it's almost like a klola.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Like a what?
A klola.
It cares. It cares.
Yeah, it is. But is it like, is it she's turning it back on him, saying,
Yeah.
you,
Turning, exactly.
back
exactly.
to you.
It's a
Yes.
response.
It's like auf dir gesucht.
Yes.
Auf dir gesagt.
Right.
Right. Pustopasnik du. You loafer, you idler. Opgefriste Halamayu. You
Okay.
Hutai, you scoundrel, you overeaten scoundrel.
Overstuffed.
Overstuffed, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
like,
Overstuffed scoundrol.
like you read
Like
rich fat kid.
You fat pig.
Yeah.
You fat pig.
Yeah.
She has a moil. She's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely. She knows how to dress people
Give it
down.
back.
Yeah.
She's gonna stand up for herself.
Ja. Zähl besser deine Mamzerim, was du hast gelost in Stadt. Rather count your Mamzerim that you've left around the town. Really a terrible thing to say.
Yeah.
Auf ein Brickel beweist sich ein zweiter Schotten. A Horike und Melike läuft raus von der schwarzer vierkantiger Loch von Mehl, stellt sich neben Bocher mit die Lackstiefel und guckt herab, wer es schreit dorten, als unter die Rebellia. Okay, so on the bridge, there appears a second shadow, a hairy, meal-covered person comes out of the black square hole of the mill and stands next to the young man with the lacquered boots, and he looks down to see who's shouting there from the below at the dam. Der Zen a idene mit a ingele bei der Seite. Hebt ruf ihr on zu fochen mit beide melike Hand. No. So he sees there a woman standing with holding it next to her is a child, and he begins to wave with both meal-covered hands, and he says no. Aber Stere warft zu ihm kastig a Ruf mit dem batichelten Kopf. But Stere gives him an angry look from her covered head. Sie is hezerig von Überschreien die Reblia, and she's hoarse from shouting over the noise of the water in the dam.
Can I ask a question about, excuse me, unschuldig. Sie is as hazerig. What is the value of as? Is it like so hoarse?
No,
What is it?
She's almost hoarse. Aj hazerig.
Yeah.
It's almost?
She's almost
Almost.
hoarse from screaming over the
Yeah, no,
water. in the
okay.
dam.
So aj is almost?
In this context, yes.
Mhm.
I looked it up now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I
Sehr geht.
yes, most of the time I think I know what it means, so I don't look it up. But now I did.
Yeah.
And what I found was she is as much as, and I don't understand what, I don't know.
No,
It doesn't
I
make
don't know what
sense.
that means. Yeah.
I think
Almost.
Golda is right.
She's almost hoarse. Let's go on.
Okay,
That's
okay.
important.
Okay. So, vos nuket ihr vos? Why? What are you saying it over and over? What are you repeating? Nuket besser zu euer eigenem Tachshit. So this nuket is, it's like saying the word nu.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's cute. Nook it.
Yeah. It's like dudeven und irreven. When you speak to somebody in the do form or in the ear form.
Uh-huh.
It's a similar sort of construction. Nuket, you saying nu.
That's interesting. Look at and
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at it. So it's like saying, as if you're saying in the other one, you say, why are you addressing me in that way? And here it's saying, why are you repeating nu, like this?
Yes. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting construction. Yeah.
Oyster.
So rather say nu to your own tachshit, your own jewel in inverted commas. Aza oitwurf, such a scoundrel. Mein Moshekin mamzer, and my Moshe is a mamzer. Ich will him weisen, I'll show him. Du Herrst, lupet ois der Ben Yochid auf dem Taten seiner chutzpedicke Augen. Euch a Moisheke. einer von die, mit welcher du vergleichst mich. And so Moshe, Zava's son, answers him, he says to him, do you hear? With his eyes wide open. The Ben Yochid of Zava says to his father, with his arrogant eyes, there's another Moshe, another one that like the one that you compared me to. And he doesn't know that this is actually his half brother.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know? You think he doesn't know? Or you think he?
No, he knows.
He must know.
No,
I
he
don't know.
knows.
I don't think he knows. I think he thinks he thinks it's a possibility, but I don't think he knows for sure.
That's possible. But
Let's continue and we'll find out.
okay.
You're always pushing us forward, Golda.
We're only here for an hour.
No, we want
Okay.
a short and a half.
Zava wird rot wie fire, and Zava blushes red like fire. Erst itzter reckent wer die Jidene is.
Der kennt er.
Der kennt wie der Jidene is. Und wer is ihr roithorike Ingela. And only then he recognized who this woman was and who was together with her red-haired little boy, who is actually Zava's son.
Yeah.
You know, it's in this small little town, when there's this little red-headed boy and there's a red-headed woman, and there was, and this was a foundling. You mean that nobody, I mean, everybody must have put together the red hair is such a simon of what this is.
Yeah. Wait,
it's hard to imagine.
Yeah, we are getting there. They know the Schreining Wesen.
Alle wesen.
Alle Wesen. And in the next chapter, we'll see how many people know and how it comes out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, they all put it together. They're not stupid. Jeden seinen klug.
Seinen klug.
Yeah.
Und Städtel jeden seinen sehr klug.
Es steht
Sehr
jeden
klug.
noch. Was für eine Frage? Okay, go on.
Okay.
Go on.
Tritt op brummt auf sein Ben Yochid, aber modne verlegen. Mit allem musst du sich cheppen. So he says, move aside to his son. He roars to his son, his only son, but suggesting with a suggestive idea, do you have to cheppen? Bother, yeah, bother with everybody that you see. Habt ihm Hand und stuppt ihm. Aber der Ben Yochid macht an Unstell, als geht sich schlagen. So he tried to push him, Zava tried to push him with it away from the bridge. But his son pretended that he was going to slogan, to give a clout, a clap,
To
fight with him. To
To
fight
fight,
him.
yeah. Du mich kvitschet aidna ruf. Du, so you
No,
are
you
gonna.
left out a line. Lasmir.
Okay, sorry, Losmir reißt von Tatens Hand und weist a Kulak der idene unteren Brickel. So he's Moshe says, leave me, and he tears away from his father's hand and he shows a fist to the woman under the bridge. Du mich kvitschet die idene aruf. Du, so you're gonna fight me? This woman, the woman shouted up towards him. Come okest aher, come here right now. Die Holteiske Eugen will ich dir ausrappen. So your debauched eyes, I'll tear out your debauched eyes. Dein Tatinken ob will euch, and from your fathers I'll tear out as well.
She can be violent too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's one tough lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to finish this little section and then
Yeah.
some.
Okay.
Okay.
Zaver kurzet sich zusammen wie unter weibische ungestellte Nägel. So Zava writhes in pain, as if she had actually scratched him with her nails. Der Schreck vor Weibermachschäfers liegt ihm noch in die Beine, sind hat gehabt zu tun mit der Tokerke. So the fear of the Weibermachschäfers, the witchiness of a woman still is in his bones from the time that he had to do with the metal worker's wife. Stübt dem Tachschut seinem noch stärker und wortet. So he pushed his son, his jewel, even more strongly, and he growled. Aber nor nit wie a Gewirr attackiv, was hat sich keinmal nit gelassen speien in der Kasche. But this time, not like a powerful, wealthy man who has literally never spat into the kasha, which means that he didn't let himself be pushed around.
Yeah.
That was in the past, but now he's actually allowing himself to be pushed around.
Right.
How does it happen that was hat sich keinmal nicht gelassen, that he never allowed himself to spit into the kasha?
No. He never. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I understood it was hat sich keinmal nicht gelassen speien in der kasha, that nobody else could spit in his kasha.
Yeah, he never
because,
allowed anybody to hurt him or to insult him.
Right.
He was always resistant to any attack. Nobody could touch him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now all of a sudden he's weak.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's what.
Yeah. Okay.
He never
I've
allowed
seen-
anybody to insult him. Now all of a sudden, he doesn't know what to say. Now he's in a weak position.
And he doesn't know how to answer this very strong language of Shera.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's so frightened by this, he's confronted by it all. Shtera, the redheaded boy who he knows is his, and his chutzpah ben Yochid. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all there, and it's horrifying for him, terrifying for him. You can imagine his fear.
Yeah, he's
Do
been
we feel
living in-
sorry for him? Everybody who feels sorry for him, raise your hand.
He's been living in fear for a long time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Atzin ist schon der Tachshit in Herzen zufrieden, was man lässt ihm nicht gehen schlagen. So now the Tachshit, the jewel, is quite in his heart. He's happy that they don't allow him to go and fight with the woman below the bridge. Sorry, I should have carried on. Und nicht gern schlagen sich mit Kiva's Idna, that he didn't go and fight with Kiva's wife. Es kann werden gar gefährlich für ein ausgecholierten Ponym und für die herumgegolte Backborden. It could have been quite a serious matter for this his shaved face and die ausgecholierten nur gefährlich für einen ausgecholierten Ponym und für die herumgegolten Backenborden. Folgt der Taten und lässt sich wegschleppen von der Parentia. So he, it could be a very serious matter for this, for his ausgecholierten. We decided it was a drawn face.
I think we decided sort of dandified, but in any event,
Dandified,
his dandified face.
And, right, dandified face, and for his shaved sideburns.
Yeah.
He's following his father, and he allows himself to be drawn away from the railing of the bridge. Und Shera unter den Brickel bleibt stehen, Verwunderte über ihr zu nicht zochen. And Shera under the bridge stands there disappointed or wounded concerning her too easy triumph. Mit einem offenen Mäuel, voll mit nicht ausgescholtene Klolles und mit a Dechele über die Augen, guckt sie noch dem Milner mit sein Ben Yochid. bis sie beide verschwinden in der schwarze Loch von Mehl. And Shera remains there with her mouth open, and her mouth is full of unsaid curses. And with she has her hand over her eyes to shield her from the sun, and she follows the Milner and his son until both of them disappear into the black hole of the mill.
Thank you, Yankev. You get an A+. We're going to the next chapter. I'd like to say one thing about this chapter. You know, with every chapter that we read, I think, oh, this is the best chapter of the book. So now that we come to by Herschel the Melamed, now I really think that this is the best chapter. And why do I think that now this is the best chapter? Because this chapter is full of humor. And the social criticism continues. Schnur continues to socially criticize, but now he's criticizing the shtetl with humor. And what is he criticizing? The educational system. What is happening with the Melamdim, with the Afon Pripyatchok, how they are, you know, the song Afon Pripyatchok, Brent of Fire, you know, by Herschel the Melamed, how it all happens that a Melamed gets koinim, gets a clientele, gets children to come and learn with him. I think it's very funny. So, Ruchale, you want to read?
Yeah, I just want to know what is Korchet. Zave Korcher sich zusammen on page 135. What did you say it is?
Wait, where is it?
First line. The first line of
Oh.
page 135. Zave Korcher sich zusammen.
Korchet means
Twist.
to writhe in pain.
To do what?
Twist himself. He twists himself. He twists himself.
In pain.
In pain. Okay, Adank. Okay, so by Herschel the Melamed. I have to apologize, I have to leave a little bit earlier today. Von Kadmoinim wird sich schon azoi in Shklov. From early on, this is how it runs in Shklov.
Yeah.
Also Balabatisch Jingele wächst unter und Karabket sich über dem Schwell von 5. 6. Jahr heimen und gehen dardiki melamdim in Stub. So when Balabatish, I think well-behaved child grows up and Karabket sich ariber dem Schwell, it means he's coming around the path of 5 or 6 years old.
That's, yeah. Excuse me, Rochale, a Balabatish is somebody who from a certain social class. A Balabatish, you know, like we would say, from an established household or middle class.
You know, it could be that you could say it's a Balabatish Shehem. You mean not just what Rachel has just, is it Rochela and Rachel, right? Rochela and Rachel.
I'm Rochel.
Ruchale, I'm Ruchale.
And I'm Rochel. I'm Rochel. A little
Rochel, okay. Okay, it could be that. It could be the idea of the wealth, the social class.
Yeah.
It could also be is a balabatische Mensch, meaning he is a refined person. But I think in this sense, it means
Yeah.
what Rachel said, that it's from the well-to-do homes.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm,
It could be both, really, you know.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes somebody behaves balabadish even if the rest are not completely like him, you know, it depends.
Balabatish comes from Baal Bait, a Balabos, is somebody who owns a house. Really, this is the
Right.
origin, you know. Balabos, someone that owns a bait, a house. So he is of a certain social status, and that's like, you know, and from there came, oh, here is a balabatisher mensch. That means like maybe he's well brought up according to the
Refined.
social standards, refined. Oh, refined. Okay, but this is the word balabatish appears here many times. I think in this chapter in particular, because we are talking now about the parents of the children. So all these parents are balabating. We'll see. Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
I agree with that. I think what
Yeah.
you said at the end defined it exactly as I feel is correct. A well brought up child.
Yeah.
This makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay,
Because
Rochelle.
at first I was relating to Balabatish Yingale, but I think that saying it's a well brought up child, it is more correct.
Thank you.
So, also Balabatisch Ingele wächst unter und Karabket sich Hariber, dem Schwell von 15, 16 Jahren, haben und gehen, Dardeki Melamedim. So, the teachers who teaches young children, they start coming to the house. They start, in other words, shopping around. I don't want to call them salesperson, but it sounds a little bit like that.
Yeah, this like sales people. Yeah.
There's a competition there, you know.
Yeah.
Noch Purim haben sie uns zu Griechen und Chol HaMoed Pesach verendigen sie ihre Visiten. So they begin to, I don't know, to Griechen to crawl over after Purim. And Chol HaMoed Pesach, they finish their visits. Jedweder Melamed bringt etwas a gute Sach. Every Melamed brings something good, like a treat. A Nakezucker, a Melikin Konfett in a farbig Papiro, a Rosenkel Lekecho, Faragroschen, und geht das ob dem kommendigen Talmidor in the Händler herein. Candy without a cover, I think, a nugget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Melikum confet in fabric papyrus, זאת אומרת, something that you can lick, some kind of a confet, I'm not sure, in a colored paper. What do you think it is?
Farbig is farb is a color.
No, I'm saying, what is a Melikum confet? What kind of a candy is that, you think?
I don't know. Maybe they knew. The people in the state knew. We cannot
Well,
know
maybe
everything.
somebody is familiar with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a confiture, something that's baked and it's got
Yeah,
It's not
that's right.
confiture. There is no, I disagree. There's an ayin. It's not a confit. It's not a confiture. It's a confet. It's different.
something
I think
baked.
maybe like there is a candy for children that when you open it, it's almost like dust, or it's like small pieces that they have to stick out their tongue and let it sit on their tongue, you know, because it is such tiny, small pieces. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, for our purposes, you know, it's enough for us to know that it is something sweet
And it's a tree.
because this is what the Melamed brings for the prospective student a little gift to
Yeah.
you know, to bribe him. This is bribery is going on here.
Especially a Rosenke Leikachol for a groschen, a raisin cookie for a penny. You know, it reminds the song like Rosenkes mit Mandlen.
Yeah,
Same idea. You know which song I'm talking about, right?
of course.
Und gibt das ab dem kommendigen, so and he gives it, he hands it over to the future student in his hands. I find it a little bit funny that he said "Gitus up." In other words, he gives it up. It's a little funny, this way of describing it. He hands it over to the student, to his hand, and hands it into his hands.
Yeah, that's a very detailed description. All, you know, I think that he's marking it. That's how I feel. Okay,
Yeah.
Rochale.
I'm happy that he did that, because thanks to that, marking or not, we are getting a very good description, very detailed description of the world that existed, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Otherwise, we wouldn't know. I didn't know how all those children came to the Cheder, to the Melamed. And here I get the, you know, first-hand information. Okay, Rochale, go on.
An avere Geld, beugen sie sich klummers die gerierte Tate und Mame. It's
Yeah.
money that is a sin, like a sinful money.
Wasted.
Huh?
Wasted, a shame, a shame.
Yeah,
waste of
wasted
money. Wasted money, thrown out
okay.
geld, thrown out money.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. They get upset. Apparently, they get upset. The attached tate and mame, you know, father and mother, the one who are involved in it.
Gerirte means what? Like the excited or the moved, or
I would say here they involved.
involved.
Affected.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those that their child is getting this candy. Yeah. The one
You know,
who is
yeah, it's like somebody brings you a gift and you say, you know, not you, but one person brings a gift to another person, and the person that gets the gift say, oh, you didn't have to do it, you didn't have to do it. So they tell him, oh, you didn't have to bring this present, it's wrong of you to do that. You shouldn't have brought that candy. But it's it's they make believe, apparently they are angry. They make believe that they are angry. You know, what can they say?
Klonish has the
maybe-
feeling of
maybe-
it's not actually the case, that it's just apparently, it's just on the face of it that they're angry. It's not really that they're angry.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
But-
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
in more modern time, they may be truly upset because they think about how much it's going to cost them to go to the dentist.
I don't
Okay,
think
that's
so.
a
I don't think so.
Oh,
That's what
I
your
don't know.
children think today, Rochela, but no, they didn't think about that.
I don't know. My father used to sneak, he thought it's behind my back. He would sneak candy to my kids. And I said, that's not a problem. If you started saving money to take them to the dentist, you're going to be in charge of that. He was like, looked at me and go, okay, ich will das nicht machen
Okay,
mehr.
Rochale, yalla.
Yalla. Soll essen Gesundheit? Winschevet das Klugitschke, that's very cynical, Winschevet das Klugitschke Melamedl, mit a Sissenken Schmeichele. Let him eat
In good health.
Yeah, but how do you say it in English?
In good
Just
health.
that way, in good health.
Okay, let him have
Eat
it.
in good
with
health.
Wishes the smarty Melamed with a very sweet smile. But it's very cynical. As this in Schmeichele, I feel it's very cynical.
Yeah.
Das Haar zuckt ihm viele, dem Matunegeber, aber de Baberluter Punem is eingetunken in Lakritz. So it could be that his heart is pulling him, the one who gives the present, but the bearded face is dipped in Lakritz is this black candy. I forgot what
A
is the
licorice, I think.
I'm not sure.
Sweetness, sweetness. I think we read
What is
read this
licorice?
word.
What is
Sweetness, I
licorice?
believe. It's, I believe it's sweetness. I think we ran into the word before in this story, lakritz. In sweetness, it's all his face. He inside he feels one thing, but the face is sugary.
Yeah, but I thought it's some kind of a candy, but I could be wrong.
It is,
It's-
it is, for
Oh,
sure.
it is. That's what I think.
It refers to the sweet bribe that the Melamed is giving to the child.
I know. I just tried to remember what kind of candy is lakritz. That's all.
Okay. Rochale,
Er
yalla.
ist klar nicht sicher, als das groschene Leikecho wird ihm einbringen Parnusse. Nur stellt es das ein, wie in Korn von einem Dammgespiel und ist sich von dem Meaesh. I didn't read it right. Okay. Nur stellt das oder stellt das ein wie in Korn von Adam gespielt und ist sich von dem Meaesh. Okay, so he's not even sure that this the cookie for a penny will bring him income, parnose, but he makes it look like as if it's like a game of damka, but really he's quite desperate. He's not really sure this is going to give him a job.
Allow me, Rochale, stel the sign like he risks it.
Hmm.
That's how I understand the Yiddish. It's
Yeah.
like he's gambling. Stel the sign, he's risking it, like in a game, like in a gambling game.
Yeah.
That's the idea here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
If Yankiv says yeah, it must be right. Thank you.
Tomer, ja, we kann nicht wissen. Maybe yes, but you cannot know. Wie sagt Shlomo HaMelech in Mishle? How does Shlomo HaMelech says in Mishle? Shalach lachmecha, you know, send your bread. Schick dein Brot auf dem Wasser. Send your bread over the water. Früher, später wirst du das gewinnen mit Prozent. Earlier, later on, you will find it with profit. Danach, nur dir das Sisse Melamed, a gute Schuh wegen der Pogode, wegen Neues in den Gazetten und wegen letzten Geschläg von Maftir in der Kalter Schule. Kalter, I didn't say it right, Kalter Schule. And then, or after that, the sweet Melamed nudged a whole hour regarding the weather and regarding news that are in the newspapers or gazettes, and regarding the latest Geschlag, is it quarries,
Fighting.
fights? The fightings for a maftir at the Kalter Schul. Die Patch macht zwischen die hohe Gewölben, haben dort geschossen wie von Pistolen, וכדומה, noch azalige Redereien. So the patch is the slam, איך אומרים, סתירה.
Blows,
The what? The blow?
the blows.
The blows, yes, exactly. The blows, he says, between the high, what is Gewölben? The beats, what?
Shops. A gewelb is a shop, a
Yes,
stall.
Yeah, but
stores,
what does it mean here?
Development.
Yeah,
I
the
know what's a
owners,
Gewölb.
the
I know
owners-
what's a Gewölb. A Gewölb is a krom, but what does it mean here?
it means the owners of the shops, the hoicha, they who regard themselves as being high, wealthy people, and they fight with one another to who's going to get the maftir.
Okay, I thought it means here, despite the literal translation, it means the high bids, because they were competing with the bids with each other. Could it be?
It could be, yes, yes.
Okay. And Gewölben became an expression for that because usually the one who could afford it would bid on it, right?
Hmm.
So they would shoot like they're shooting from a revolver and so on. Such kind of talks, like gibberish, like all kind of things that are meaningless conversation.
Chit chat.
Chit chat, thank you, that's good.
I did not know that there was fighting going on before Maftir. To me, this is news. This is how it is among the Orthodox. I don't know.
No, this is what happened years ago. It does not happen today.
Okay.
Is the Hoige Gewölben similar to the Hoige Fenster?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
yeah, it
no,
feels like it,
Hoige
yeah.
Fenster is a
I think
status.
it's the wealthier stores. The stores
Hmm.
that are,
Yeah, that's what I think.
uh,
Yeah.
they don't hanker for customers. They have a lot. They
Yeah,
have a lot
high
of money.
windows, it's status, I think, nothing to do with money. You can have
Hoige Fenster is the high living people, you know, in the Hoige Fenster.
Well, that's
So
only
I guess-
as me kriegen the hechere fenster. As me kriegen
Mhm.
is you're satisfied with your lot.
Yeah, but in the shtetl, the Heicha Fenster were the people who had a double-story house. The more wealthy
Literally,
people had,
they had the double-story house.
they had a
I think-
double-story house.
Hoige
So they-
Fenster is not part of the Yiddish culture, I think.
Sure.
But
it
people
is.
who had
It
Gewalt.
is. I mean, you hear
No,
that
no,
expression.
I don't think it's an expression that was used, is it?
Yes.
I have heard it.
When you say me kriegen the hechere fenster, that means that you're not satisfied with your lot.
Does it mean
You're not
that, or does it
satisfied
mean that
with
you
what
had
you have.
you had the higher status? Is von the große Fen.
Yeah.
The idea of this, the two-story house.
Kriegen met in the Heicha Fenster means you aspire to people like people who have a double-story
have.
house. More wealthy people.
But is it an expression that is translated from another language / culture, or it was part of Yiddish? That's what I'm
That's
trying to
part of
understand.
Yiddish. Part
Is
of
it?
Heard
Yiddish.
it in Yiddish.
Okay.
So here you have the Hoige Gewölben. It's similar.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah.
You can remember it that way. It helps you remember.
Hmm.
Mhm. Shall I continue?
Yeah.
Azoi lang,
finish the page.
okay. Azoi lang, azoi breit, bis das Melamago gefind die richtige Minute, bet man soll ihm abgeben, das Jüngele zu lernen Ivri. Ihm und nicht kein anderen. This would go on that long till the long and wide, till the teacher, the Melamago, found the right time, and he's asking that they will give the child to him to teach Ivri, to be his teacher. I think it's interesting they say upgeben, kind of give up, give the child away to him, like trust him, and not to anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite a scene, quite
Yeah,
a,
and can you
quite a scene.
and you would have quite a few people visiting you with candy. You know, every family had. Can you imagine? Yeah. Okay, Ruchale, just finish the page.
Und das Singele nimmt die umsinnste Matunes wie ein klein Herrscher. Ist schämig und viel von deswegen sein Wirklichkeit. And the child, the little kid, and he goes along. He names the free gifts like a little Hirsch is a deer, but it means like a narer, mensch.
It's like a king,
Like a little king.
like a little
This
king.
is his day. This is his day.
Herschel is a king?
A
A
hair.
ruler.
A ruler.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Herrschen is to rule.
Okay, I completely misunderstood that. Okay, in my mind, I had Herschel, which means not very, like, not the, okay. Is
Zvi Hersh.
Okay.
You were thinking
you're
of
right.
the name Zvi Hersh.
Yeah, I made a mistake. Okay, is shameful, he's embarrassed, he's shameful, and feel von deswegen sein Wichtigkeit. But even though he feels his importance, like to enjoy the moment. You have to excuse me, but I have to go to leave. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
I stretched it as much as I could. Now I have to run. Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, Nechama. Tamoy.
Ja. Das jüdische Keppeler hat ihm nicht gedacht. His little Jewish head did not, I don't know what the word gedart means.
He was, I found, it did not worry him. It didn't bother him.
So-
Maybe he wasn't bothered.
He wasn't
He's
bothered.
not
He wasn't
bothered.
concerned.
He's not worried about anything.
Okay. He's still innocent. Weiß der Mamzeruk, als Chashuva Yidden dingen sich über ihm. He knows the little Mamzeruk. So this is the use of the word that we haven't seen. The little, how would you translate that? This little rascal.
Right?
The little rascal, yeah, but this is now, this is in a funny way. That doesn't mean that the kid is a mamzer here.
No, for certain
No,
not.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
As,
this is a little bit with love, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
gentle.
Wees der Bubele, you know.
He knows that these important Jews are bargaining over him. Javekit de lekelach un chomichket. Now we're definitely into Slavic words. Die Zutzkelech. Schmochket. So it sounds the way it is. He's chewing his little cookie, and he is sucking on his little candy,
Mhm.
and he allows himself to enjoy, to have a good time. He's having a good time. Is afilu nit choshed. He is not even suspicious. Das unterkäufte Narla, this bought, this about to be bought little child, as in einem von die gute Sachen liegt behalten a süßer Gift. He's not even aware this sort of soul, this bought, this little child, this little fool, as in the good things is hidden a sweet poison gift. That's a word I didn't know. That's imagine. Worum sof kol sof wird doch reinfallen zu einem von die klugisker Schochetgeber, because at the end he is going to fall into one of these these wily bribe givers in the hand. He's going to fall into one of these wily what is it, bakshish? How would you say it?
Bakshish is bechinam, but this is bribe.
These bribe givers in his hands. Und fahren sich aufgenaschten Zucker, wird müssen bezahlen mit der heiß geschmittenem Hinterhälfte einmal in Woche lechol hafachot. And for this supposedly free eaten sweet, he is going to pay with a hot hitting schmeiss in his bottom at least one time a week. Was denn Sistel Matonis vet a Schkolle ver bekovedike Malame tragen a 5-jährigen Schneck und vet sich bocken zu him? And what do you think? These sweet gifts would this Schkolever honorable teacher drag to the 5-year-old child, the 5-year-old Schneck, and bow to him? Is Taka gleicher als de Yatel weist dos derweil nit. So it's actually better that the Yatel, the little boy, at this point, he doesn't know anything. Derweile was zwischen Purim and Pesach is chai gelebt. Meanwhile, between Purim and Pesach, during this time of these visits, it's a great time. He's having a great time. Chai gelebt. Derweile nachstel und ein hora. And meanwhile, he's having all these little nice treats, and without any evil eye or without any badness. Is that how you would say it? Ein hora. De Malamedim teinen rein in Tatenmamen, und Tatenmamen dingen sich und sorgen zu betrachten dem Indien. As the teachers speak with or attend to or try to enter into the parents, and the parents dingen sich. They think about
bargaining. They are bargaining.
And they'll say that they're going to think about the issue. Yet werden melamed noch sein weggehen, wasch men ibel de beindelach. Every teacher, after he goes away, they wash over his bones.
That means,
Dale,
yeah, they criticize him.
they begin to analyze what this
Yeah.
guy offers.
They discuss it
Dale,
fully.
this one, say again.
They discuss it fully.
They discuss it fully in a very deep and analytical way.
Yeah.
Dale hat a schöne Bord. This one has a very good beard. Is over a Kapelle Zaike. He has a beautiful beard. A beard is very important. Remember with Zav in the beginning, always with the beard. But he has, and I don't know what a Kapelle Zaike
This is a stammer. He stutters a little.
Oh, he stutters.
Yeah, he has a little
Kapelle.
bit of a stutter.
Yeah.
A Kapelle, a little.
And Yenel hat lashon, and the next one, he has a tongue, he has language. No, was tot men as die Zohar is kein Zohar nicht, but this one, the second one, he can talk, but what do you do when the face is not a face?
It doesn't make a good impression.
Correct.
Yeah, he's not an attractive person. A tzigene beelzel, a little goat-like beard. Una dritte, and the third one, hat a scharfe Zunge. He has a sharp tongue. And a feine Bord is kasoka. And this third one, he has a nice sharp tongue. And he has a nice beard. But he's cross-eyed. We had this word before in this text. Heint, wir sollen wissen, wenn Rabbi schreit on. And today, how can we know how this particular Rebbe is going to yell, is going to scream?
Yeah, Heint is today, but he's like there, like hands, something like that. Hands, huh? Hands.
No.
How could
No, Heint has
anybody
another
know?
meaning. You're right, it has another meaning. It doesn't mean just today. You're right.
Yeah.
How can we know how he's going to carry on, I guess, in the class? Oif in Talmud, see oif de eigene nose, on the how he will behave on the student and on his own nose. What does this mean?
Soll man wissen, wenn man Rebbe schreit on, how could you tell who the Rebbe will yell at?
Yelling
At the student
Or at his own
at
nose.
himself.
Right.
That's what
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
That's
what
how
I
I see.
thought.
Yeah, or
Okay.
at himself. Maybe the Rebbe will take his anger out on himself. Or
Okay.
okay. As
It's hard
opposed
to
to
know.
taking it out on the children, and the Rebbes are known to have taken out a lot of anger. on little
Well, they're
boys.
frustrated. They're frustrated. It's a terrible job. Schatzmen are so long, so they appraise it. They consider
Yeah.
it this way and that way.
Yeah,
So
right.
long. Men wegt, and you weigh. Men voilet. Bis men stellt sich op auf einem. And you weigh it, you analyze it, until you decide on one of them.
Right.
Do you
Wonderful.
want Golda to read, because there's not much time left?
Yes.
So
Thank you.
go ahead, please.
Okay.
Oh, she's on the phone.
Uh,
Okay, I'll continue a little bit, and then when she gets off the phone, she can
Okay.
continue. Der glichliche ausgeweilte Melamed ruft zu sich, zu der abgebenem Jingele, the happy,
Abgegebenem.
ausgegebene, the happy Oisgewaltel, the chosen, the happy chosen Melamed calls to the given student, verquetscht im zwischen de Knie und gibt ihm a Knipp mit zwei vertabakete Finger in Beckel. So he's so happy. He takes this little victim, this little boy, between his knees and gives him a pinch with two tobacco-stained fingers on his cheek.
Yeah.
One second, I have to go. Somebody came to help me with something. So you go on, okay?
Okay, we'll finish. Okay, Golda, you'll have a chance to read now a few minutes here, just here. A Kelt geht durch
a
der...
Kelt geht durch dem schwachige Nefeshel, durch alle Bändler. A chill goes through the weak little body, through his bones. Staat sind der viel der Nebber, es ist das Sof mit alle Glicken. First he feels Nebuch, that there's an end to all of the luck that he's had. Mit dem Freisein und mit Läufen alle Weile zu der Mames Pieschen sich, that his freedom, the free, that he'll be able to run whenever he wants to his mother while she's gussying herself up. No,
While she pampers him, isn't it? While she
Yes.
pampers?
Quasi Pieschen sich.
Yeah.
She's pampering herself.
She's pampering herself or she pampers him?
Der Mama Pieschen sich.
She's pampering herself.
Correct. No, es ist schon zu spät, geheiratet zu haben, but it's too late to be sorry. Aufgenascht, die fremde Leckerlach. He already ate all the goodies. Had abgeschlungen die Malamedische gute Sachen. He swallowed all the good things that the Malamed gave him, the teacher gave him. Verkauft sich vor Talmidl und verfallen. He sold himself for a little student, and there's nothing he can do. Azai is der Dien mit alle balabatische Kinder, and this is the luck, with all of the children that have come from good homes. Aber wenn Meischikele, der gefundene Meischikele, ist untergewachsen und herübergetreten dem 5. Jahr von seinem Leben. That's the law of all of the children from good homes. But when Meischikele, he found Moshe, became older, and entered his fifth year of his life, hat der Fülle kein einziger Malamed nicht reingeschmeckt zu kieven dem Leckermacher in Stub. But when he grew to be 5 years old, there wasn't one teacher even that came to Kiva, the cake baker in his house, who zuckerlich, where candies, was zuckerlich, what candies? A fella in Tia had keinen it angeklappt. Nobody even knocked on his door. in ganzen vergessen, completely forgotten, as is da a Meishike of der Welt, that there's a little Meisha in the world, welche darf lernen alle days mit alle jüdische Kinder gleich, that has to learn the alphabet, the alphabets with all the Jewish children the same. Kiva und Städte sein Ashes.
Eshet Chayil.
Eshet Chayil.
Yes.
This is also a little
Sein
stock.
Eshet Chayil wollten sich öfter allein nicht gehabt. Kiva and Städte, his beloved wife, maybe would, if they were alone, they wouldn't have understood. As them Harulnik saying, wer da getan an Avle. They might not have understood that even their child, wer da getan an Avle, that someone did him a wrong. Danke von a kegen Ibba had say Damon, but Danke, who lived across from them, reminded him. Danke, Victor, der Schachens Simon is in eine Jahren mit Michigan. Danke, the neighbors, the orphan of the neighbor is in the same 5 years with Michigan. When Heintiken Chol Hamoed Pesach hat sich die Ganektier beim Holzzeichen mit zugemacht. But today, between the end of Pesach, the door of his porch of the site of the Holzzeichen, the wood never closed. Alle Melamedukas seinen schon dort übergewesen zu betten, danken, Pfarrer Talmud. Everyone, all the teachers were already at his house pleading for his son as a student. Und zu Kiva, der Lekachmacher, hat sich keiner nicht darüber gehabt. And to Kiva, the cake baker, not one teacher went to their house. Adois gemacht sich von Savulek auf der Schulgasse und Netar. They after they went to Zava's house, and nobody was on that street anymore. Und dacht sich da, and here, so close, sits und wart a zweite Talmidl. And here, so close, sits and waits a second student. Ganik gegen Ganik. Porch, opposite porch, mit den Hand zu der Langen, with an open hand to